Good day. Welcome to a special edition of Spotlight on Mahopac Schools, the Mahopac referendum story. I'm Eric Gross, along with Superintendent of Schools Anthony DiCarlo, Assistant Superintendent Harvey Sutherland. Gentlemen, good seeing you.
Nice to see you too, Eric.
On May 21st, a big day in the Mahopac School District, residents will be going out to vote on a $53.9 million fiscal spending plan. A fiscal spending plan that's tax neutral. Anthony, tell us about what this means.
Well, it's an opportunity for Mahopac to really look at our academic, social, emotional, safety, and all the areas that we want our kids to get college and career ready for. And we have some upgrades to do. I mean, as you're going to see in these videos, we're talking about the original music wing, some original science labs. We talk about STEAM education now. We have to retrofit some of our rooms to look like that. Locker rooms that are the original locker rooms. You'll see some of the middle school areas that we want to update that are original. So a lot of this has to do with the survey that was done by the district 5 years ago, the building survey that got sent up to the state. We're looking at that, meeting some of those needs, and then really bringing Mahopac to where we want our kids to be as competitive as they can be in the global economy and get those skills and those maker spaces available for them to learn. So we're excited about it. You mentioned it's tax neutral, but it's not just about the schools, it's the community. The community benefits from this project. We're talking about facilities that they can use both inside and outside the building. So we're excited about it. It's important that people get out to vote on May 21st, and hopefully they'll take a look at this video and actually see those areas that we're really talking about.
Before we check out some of those areas, we talk about this term tax neutral. Harvey, what does that mean?
What that basically means is that the impact of the bonds that we'll be paying for this particular project will have no impact on the tax rate or the tax burden that the taxpayers have to make every year. It's a result of the fact that we have debt falling off from old projects, and we'll simply be replacing it with the debt from this new project.
We're going to take a tour now of the Mahopac High School and Mahopac Middle School. Stay tuned. Well, Anthony, security is of prime concern. This is throughout the referendum, here at the vestibule at the middle school.
Yeah, so as you can see here, what we did over this summer is we set up what we're looking to do in all the buildings, to have a certain area that you have to come in and wait before you can get into the building. So you have to check security, and then you go into the main lobby. So we want to do this waiting area, vestibule, in all our buildings as a part of the bond.
Security, as we said, is prime concern in this bond road.
That is correct. And as Anthony said, not only are we going to be looking to do things such as vetting everybody with these vestibules, there's also stuff within the buildings as well. We're going to be enhancing our fire alarm system. We're going to be installing more strobes, things along those lines that will definitely enhance the overall picture.
The driveways in some of the buildings, mainly here at the middle school, in need of repair.
Yeah, not only the driveway, but just the structure of the flow in the front of the middle school of traffic. We have buses that come in the morning. We have parents dropping off. And the front of the middle school really needs to be reconfigured. We've been talking about this for years. I know their site-based team has been. So as a part of this bond, we're going to be able to go out to the front of the middle school entranceway and reconstitute the flow of traffic, parking, and really make it safe, number one, but also aesthetically pleasing, because it's been something that is in dire need, very, very much so. But I want to go back to what you said before. So a part of this bond also is actually all our doors are going to be in what we call a lockdown mode over the course of the bond, and we're going to have a kiosk system. So the only way you can get in as a teacher or anybody else will be a kiosk that you have to swipe to be able to come in. So the doors will be permanently locked, and that's the only way you can get in. So it's not just the vestibules, but just across the district, having a kiosk system that many people have at work that you have to swipe before you can get in. We're be doing that too as a part of this bond.
As Harvey said, security throughout the world today. It's a whole new ballgame.
No question, very much so. And we know it's important to the community, and that's why we made sure we rolled it into our bond.
Thank you. On the athletic field, the Mahopac High School, a new turf field.
Yeah, one of the things that we've talked about during our discussions with the student athletes was, a lot of the soccer teams, the field hockey, they want to play on campus. And this gives us an opportunity to get all of our sporting events on the high school campus. It allows us flexibility with practices because, as you know, turf fields can be shoveled, they can be cleaned off, and we have access then early in the spring to get on, to have practices. And what's great about this, Eric, it's for the schools, but it's also for the community. So, MSA and our recreation programs can use this at night and on the weekend. So it really, really is a win-win for the district and the community, and it makes a lot of sense. This field has issues with drainage. It's got issues with water on it. The synthetic field makes all the sense in the world.
The boss talks about community. The greater Mayapack community uses the fields in Mayapack schools virtually 7 days a week.
That's correct. We have a tremendous amount of community facility use, and what we're really looking to do is really be able to expand what we have available to not only our own students, but the community as a whole.
Harvey, part of the referendum deals with a central water system. Tell our views about that.
Sure. Currently we have on this main campus here with the middle school, the high school, and the fall school, as well as with the bus garage, each one of them have their own separate system to treat the water that they use in the facility. What we're looking to do is we're looking to centralize that right over here. And what we're really looking to do is to create a situation where we can move away from a system that's antiquated, aged, and is extremely prone to needing repairs. So this will not only remedy those situations, but we also envision that it also enhancing the quality of the water for kids and students and staff to drink.
And once again, aidable. That's the big word on
Yeah,
this.
we get 58.1% aidable back on it. But what's really important about what Mr. Sotland just said, this is something that's been a discussion in this community for a long, long time. The quality of water, the pressure, and we're able in this bond to do that. And it really comes under health, safety, and well-being for all, for not only our students, but our staff. So we're excited that we can actually put this in a part of this bond.
Okay, thank you. So many young people, boys and girls, take part in athletic programs here in Mayapack, and we're in the boys' locker room at Mayapack High, and just needs a little bit of renovation.
Yeah, I've talked about the Mayapack way, and as you know, Eric, you've been doing this for a long time. Mayapack really has taken pride in its athletics and our facilities. But as you will note from a part of this bond, we have to upgrade our facilities. At one time, they were the pinnacle. We need to get back to that. And we want to create a space for our student athletes, specifically our boys student athletes, that's reflective of that. This locker room has not been touched in decades and decades. Not only the locker room, but the showering area for the boys. It really needs to be upgraded. Also, Eric, we host the sectional championships every year, and we're proud of that as a school district. We put visiting teams in these locker rooms. To me, it's just something that's not acceptable. It's something that I think is important to be a part of this bond, and I'm really looking forward to us going back to the state-of-the-art facilities and places for our kids to be able to change and really feel a part of the importance of the Mayapack way.
Anthony talks about the Mayapack way. You look, the floors, the lockers, and then ironically a picture on the wall that says Mayapack High School football, 1932. I don't think this is that old, but it's old anyway.
Yes, it is. In fact, what we're really looking to do here is we're really looking to strip everything down to the bare bones and really rebuild it from the ground up. A lot of the stuff that you're seeing here is original. A lot of it borders on health and safety from the perspective of sharp edges, rusting, things like that. We really need to bring this back up to where it should be.
The shower situation, too, you were saying, is archaic.
Yeah, you know what? And so they're the original showers. You'll see it in a couple of minutes when you look at the video. But, we want our kids to feel that they can, after a practice, be able to shower, get ready to either go to another meeting, go maybe to a program here at the high school. But they're not going to shower in facilities that are not 21st century and that are not healthy and safe, and we want to be able to do that. Because, one of the most important things is that a lot of illness and sickness happens because of the germs and the type of things that kids are leaving from practice, going into their car and going home, and those minutes or hours that go on and not showering really is a health and safety issue. So we want to give them a great facility where they feel comfortable with, they can shower and then go on to their business after practice or after a game.
We're in the boys' locker room, but the girls' programs as well.
Yeah, but the girls' program, what they did internally a number of years ago is they retroed them and really did a beautiful job on refurbishing them from the stalls to the floors to their lockers. They did a really great job at that. We want to do the same thing now for the boys.
Okay. There's a sign in the music room that says, less talk, more music. We need more music in the Mayapack schools. We need the space for the young people to learn.
Yeah, so this is what we talked about a little while ago about the original space. This space is the original from the building. And I have to tell you, our music program has grown by leaps and bounds. As you know, we were awarded one of the top 500 music communities last year. And we owe it to our kids to have a renovated space that's large enough that it will hold the amount of equipment and orchestra and band and chorus that are really brought into the 21st century. And also some of our performing arts spots for storage and set design. We owe it to our kids and we owe it to the community. I'm sure some of you may be out there that were in music and band. This is the original space. So it's really something that I talked about. The arts are such an important part of education, and we really want to enhance, the environment for our students.
Anthony talks about the original space, and you look behind us at these shelves, circa 1953. Wow.
Yes, that's true. The space as it is right now is extremely restrictive. It isn't really conducive for what the programs have right now. We're really looking to start with a clean slate and see what we need and develop that on a global basis in this entire building.
Mayapack music, Eminem,
Yeah, and
trophies, awards.
right,
It's
trophies, awards, and we have in this year's senior class, we have some of our students going to the top music schools in the country. Belmont is one of the top schools, and we have a number of our students who are graduating going to that institution. So what we've done in music, and to the credit of our music department under the leadership of Mr. Przmilski and our directors, music, band, orchestra, chorus, it's incredible what's going on here. And we want to keep that momentum going, and we owe it to the kids to have a space that's conducive for learning.
Gentlemen, 3 rooms behind us, room 111, 113, and 115, that are going to become the new STEAM area if residents of Mayapack get out and vote on the 21st of May. Tell us about the STEAM area.
So as you know, the last maybe 5 years, STEAM education, science, technology, engineering, arts, math, music have really become an integral part of what the global community is looking for. They're looking for engineers. They're looking for people who really can blend science, technology, and math together, computer sciences, other sciences. And we want to create a learning environment for our students to really start in high school to understand what goes into that and what is about project-based learning. You know, it really, really is something that the kids are excited about. We're seeing that in the electives that they want us to have here at Mayapack High School, and we want to create a space and a learning environment that is conducive to that.
What will the STEAM area look like, Harvey?
That's a great question. The intent is to basically take the 3 classrooms that are behind us, open them up, and really create a separate area for multiple different disciplines. For instance, electricity, plumbing, robotics, etc. And from that perspective, kids can rotate through these and then come together in a centralized area. Typically, that is for instructional purposes, for collaboration.
This is an amazing project.
Yeah, you know, one of the things that I rolled out to the Board of Education last week was the strategic roadmap for the district over the next 4 years. And we want more and more of our students to get involved with college-level readiness and the trades, and this is a great opportunity to be able to do that.
And you mentioned the trades. Not everyone might be suitable for college. We need tradespeople out there.
There's no question about that. And this community, and I talk about the Mayapack Way, has for years spoke about the importance of the trades and offering kids those alternatives, you know, to different type of passions that they have and different type of talents that they have. So we just want to be able to now have some of that here, you know, at Mayapack High School.
The STEAM Center. Well, welcome to the 46-year-old, you heard me right, science lab at Mayapack High. 46 years old, not one renovation.
Yeah, there seems to be a theme, and I think you know, and that's what we're doing, right? I mean, we have incredibly talented students here, especially in the area of science. Our EMT program is renowned not only in this area but in the state for what we do. And again, we need to have our students. They should be in classrooms that are conducive for 21st century learning. This is just not acceptable. In any manner whatsoever. And we really need to enhance the learning environment for the students and for the teachers. And it's a long time overdue. And this is a classic example of what we're talking about.
And as we said over and over again today, you know, during the video, 21st century learning, be it science, be it music, be it art, the kids need that little extra help.
Absolutely. And that's really what we're seeing in a lot of the areas that we're going to be renovating, such as this. We're talking about a complete gut from floor to ceiling, and then put back state-of-the-art equipment, furniture, fixtures, environment that the kids can get that very best 21st century learning.
You talked about music. We have some scientists in the making. Who knows what solutions they're going to resolve in the years to come.
And exactly. So we have an incredible science research program here at Mayapack High School, and our students continue to perform last year and this year at the top around the area and the state. And we actually had a national last year, a national student participate in a competition. So we are on the map. And you know what? And if you really summarize all these learning spaces, it makes the kids feel better. They want to do better. If they're in places and situations that they feel we as a community care about them to put the best quality instructional opportunities and environment in front of them, they're going to continue to do better, and even better than they're doing now.
That's the science wing at Mayapack High. The 35-year-old middle school planetarium, an antique, a relic, converted into a
Mini theater for the students. I mean, what a great learning space for students to be able to collaborate together with the teacher. There'll be, different types of video capability and really team learning and project-based learning. There can also be lecturing. So it's a space that's really flexible for students as a group, for teachers with students. And it's something that I think we're looking forward to. The kids talked about converting into a mini theater, and we're excited about it.
The flexibility is the key word here because there's so many different venues for this one room.
That's correct. And that's not only applicable not only to the students on a day-to-day basis, but also for staff as well as community members.
So this will be a community room?
Yeah, which is great. We do a lot. We have a lot of communities who come in during the course of the day and the year, and they want places to be able to meet. What a great venue for them to be able to meet and have a small meeting, or if they have a guest speaker that they want to come in with and talk, which is great and wonderful. So I think it's not only great for the school, it's great for the community.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
When Anthony and Harvey and I went to school, they called them libraries. Now they're called media centers. And the referendum calls for a proposal that will enhance the media centers throughout the whole district.
Yeah, and we're actually on the middle school now, but we're going to be doing this throughout the district. And as you know, the libraries have become multimedia centers. Not just it's about reading, it's about collaborating, it's about problem solving, it's about project-based learning. And then kids can be in different tiered kind of seating. You might have what they call a stool area where they sit in stools and they're working on their laptops and their computers. You might have another area where there's bean bags or couches and they're sitting and talking about a book or a book club. So there's a lot of great opportunities for our students to really get into the 21st century in library media spaces.
Anthony mentions computers, technology. That's the word today.
Yes.
And the libraries will have new technology.
Yes, that's very true. In fact, what you have to keep in mind is that with the change that we're going to be implementing in the libraries, it's important to keep in mind that every kid learns in a different manner. No one learns the same way. And what this kind of environment will now create in each of the buildings is flexibility for their particular style.
And once again, nothing's been changed in how many years now?
Oh, here at this middle school, it's probably close to 35 years.
It's time.
It is time. And that's what this project is really about. It's really allowing our students to have spaces both academically and instructionally that really are 21st century and give them the tools and the know-how to be able to compete, not only in the United States job market, but the global job market. And that's what a lot of this is all about.
And once again, the vote is May 21st, 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Make sure you get out and vote. So, gentlemen, May 21st is the big day. $53.9 million, tax neutral. Residents in the Mayapack schools are going to be asked to get out and vote.
Yeah, I mean, we've, I think, presented the why, not only in this video, but throughout a lot of the correspondence and a lot of the information that's going out there. There'll be newsletters. And now it's about coming out and voting on May 21st to really, I think, bring this district to the next level. I'm excited about it. I know a lot of hard work went into it. When we first started, Eric, back in the fall, we talked about bringing on a constructive manager, really doing all the right things. And I think we've been as transparent as possible. The parents have been notified. Everybody's been involved in the process. So, we're looking forward to the 21st and see how the vote goes.
Tax neutral is the key here, isn't it?
Yes, it is, and it's really an important aspect of this project. We are always looking to balance the what we need in the district with what the effect would be on the taxes. At the same time, what we have in this situation is we have debt falling off in line with when the new debt would come on board. So the new debt with respect to this project is just going to replace that which is being paid off, hence tax neutral.
May 21st, an important day in the Mayapack schools. Get out and vote. Polls open from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. For Superintendent of Schools Anthony DiCarlo, Assistant Superintendent Harvey Suttle, I'm Eric Bruce. Until next time, bye-bye now.
For more information, please visit our website, www.mayapack.k12.ny.us.